go bang, bang. And then from there, have options both sides of kicking. So we're actually now making their wingers come up and their fullback having to go that way. So that's the whole focus of why we try and get to the midfield. And then you can have a left footer there and a right footer there and all the options that go from that. So immediately now, say we kick on this side, and you see the type of chase line that we would have both sides of the field, you'll get that by going straight to that split. Alright, and you train that running lines for all your chases. And what we do when we pick is that we always make sure we have a minimum of 3, but we like to have 4 stay back. So the kicker, in this case here, if the kicker was the 10, he would drop back to the touch line. Let's say the chases is 14 and 13. So the 15 would stay back. On this side, we might drop our 8 and our 9. It'll be something like that. And then all of a sudden you get into a counter-attack policy when they bring it back, but we won't go too deep into that. It'll be another course in itself.
Would you go back, or would you go back forward?
Whatever. I think the key there is not to engage too deeply. And what I mean by that is, the deeper you go into contact, the more players potentially that are off their feet. And ideally, at this ruck here, you've got a minimum of 12 people on their feet ready to go, and ideally 13. Okay. Now, if you have a line out, and you maul a line out, which a lot of us do in our own 22, and that line out falls on the ground, what happens then? A lot of teams in their own 22 will maul a line out, and then box kick it from 9 or kick from 10. And that line out's taken an 8 of you forwards. The chase lines have to stay narrow because those 8 forwards end up potentially on the floor. The chase line comes from who? Blindside winger end, a 12 or a 13. You've actually only got a chase line of 3. And then you're asking the next one. So you'll never see anybody mauling if they're clearing in that zone, in that red zone. Okay, because you want at least 13 players on their feet to cover, so you can end up with those 4 in the backfield. Make sense? Yeah. And it is simple. I mean, the Reds and the Super Rugby come and have a brilliant thing I picked up last year. They won the championship in 2. They went up at 2 at the line out and went straight to ground and bobbed. And all every other team did was just fan out. So they had one on the ground and a bob, and then they just put some depth in behind that with another bob, so the players couldn't come through, and they'd kick from 9, so Guinea would kick. But by doing that, the bobs were on their feet. There was only one player on the ground, so their chase line out of their own 22 was 14 players. Very, very smart. Very smart. And his catch went straight to the ground. And all the opposition just, will leave it and just fanned out. So all that happened was the kick went behind them and all these players were standing there and the Reds players were on their feet going forward and the opposition were going backwards. So that's that red zone, that territory zone, very similar. Very, very similar. Okay, you look for 2 phases, manipulate the defenders. But the big thing in that zone, in the territory zone, is you are trying to make this guy deal with kicks running sideways. So you play 2 phases, and then you play a kicking game where it's hitting the ground, the ball always hits the ground, inside the tram lines, and the player has to run across to retrieve it. He will not counter-attack. He will either carry or he'll put it back. Great, so you've made yardage, and you're also getting the ball back. Great, isn't it? So just something as simple as that in that territory zone. A lot of us probably kick straight away, straight to the fullback or a winger, and they counter attack. And if you've got a poor chase line, then they'll score. No worries. Morning.
Well, he's still coming in.
Yeah. Good morning, Bobcat. Morning. Morning. Okay, no. Remember, our game is about having as few people in the breakdown as possible, but in the breakdown, they're working. They're doing their job in there. Remember the tackle, second man coming in, over the top, either on the ball or in the space. Those two fight, the other 13 work. Always. So it's not hard, but I guess the biggest decision for your players is making sure they're making the right decisions, so you coach them the right way. The building zone is just that. And you have a policy that, well, I told you what the All Blacks did in the World Cup, didn't I? You know, 5 phases and then they decide to plug the corners. Other coaches might say play. But there is a theory to me that if the building zone is between, this is just outside your 22, 22, there's a lot of dead rugby played in there around the halfway before you get over. You know, I actually don't see the point of it. A lot of the game, I'm interested to know the percentages of how much the game is played in that part of the field. And when do you feel stressed as a team? When you're in your own 22. So why play there when you could play down there? Pretty simple for me. So yes, have a little bit of a build, but let's get in there, get a good chase line in, and actually try and trap them in their 22, so that you've got giving yourself a chance, and then go from there. I just think we fall into that trap as players and coaches too much. And then the strike zone is very, very simple. Look to score. You know where the 9 is, you know where the 15 is. So they're going to defend man on. So you know how to manipulate that through whatever moves you try to do. But when you're ever in that strike zone, you should be trying to score first phase. And as I said, I think now we're getting smart at that in world rugby, so we do some tries at first phase a lot more. And these are the things we're going to do outside that'll just give the players the skills to really do it. So first thing we're going to do is that bob touch. Then I'm going to start doing the 4v3s. Now the 4v3 is this part of the game. That green line there. So the, for instance, was our 12 is taken out there 10 and 12 into a tackle. Our 11's in there. Our 7's in that ruck. So if we've taken out their 10 and 12, who's left in the fence? 13, wing, fullback. That's the 3. Because that ruck's how quick? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no. So from there, your forwards don't have time to get far side. And how many of you train your 7 to go in the fence to go into that ruck? Or allow them to go in? So who can get far side? 8 men? How quick's the ruck? He ain't there. He ain't there. So that's the bit you're trying to really get your launch. It gets you over the game line. If you don't break free, you're over the game line. They're running backwards to get there. Now you get onto the 4v3. And the 4v3 will end up being either defender, 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 or defender, defender, defender. Every time. It'll be one of those. And then you've got to teach your players how to convert both. When it goes from 1 to 2, and then 2 to the 4th player, or from 1 to player 3. and then to the fourth play. And that's what we're going to do. And that's back play. Back play was the launch, back play was the next phase. And then she builds and builds from there. Okay, and then we'll look at 5v3s, which is more when we come back into the split part of the game. So, and I call this part here the chance. That's our chance. And then we get to here and we come back to the middle and we split. And this is when we start to look at 5v3s and 5v4s in this part. And how we convert that. Because that's usually backs, but now the big boys are involved in the 5v3s. That multitask player comes into the game now. So they've got to be first receivers, sometimes they've got to be halfbacks, they've got to play as inside centres or wings. And they've got to understand time and space and how to convert the 5v3s, 5v4s. Because for that pattern to work, your players need the skill set. Okay? So we'll just grow and grow that sort of stuff. Alright, well, these boys will be getting a bit cold out there. So
Sorry, look for Bob. No Bob there. Don't tell him off already.
Just go to the knee.
Two or three, depending on what is probably numbers wise. Too slow, eh? I'm going to go and speed it up. Where's the coaches? We'll get them all in. As coaches, let's stay together, guys, because I don't want to be shouting. Sorry, mate.
Oh, that's fine. Louder the better.
Finish.
Get him too close.
You have it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. Oh, we got Brett.
You had on the ruck.
Pick it up, pick it up. Yeah. Oh, you should have seen it.
Too slow. Should be a penalty already.
Hold out. Yeah.
Play.
Where's the chase? Score there. You gotta restart. 5, 4, you should be there. 3, 2, 1, time to go.
I don't know how sensitive your camera is, but here's an umbrella if you want to use it.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, as coaches, you look for, are they scoring the try? You're hearing Salty about their footwork. What's the outside communication like at the moment? Yeah, so you can see all those things they need to work on, eh? See how slow that's not a bad ruck. Too late to react, the third guy. Too slow, eh? Too slow. So you're starting to get work rate, understanding, decision making.
Do you make the defenders go in the AP spots or?
No, just play what they see. They should be on their knees, eh?
The two defenders should go in the knees.
Two A defenders.
Hey, someone behind me! Behind me! You didn't go over the ball. You went just like lay over there. Turn over. Go. There you go. Right.
Right, you booked up.
Line up, line up, line up.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Hold up. Leave it. Drop it. Air ball. Turn over. Go. Hey, defense one. Set it up.
Okay, you see that? There, the big guy carried his first receiver and he ate up all the space. Try and teach our big guys just to catch and pass. Catch and pass. Bring the target.
Does the defense stay on the hind defender's foot?
Should do.
Yeah.
Turn over. Support was too
So
late.
you don't make him come back anymore?
Oh, back tap. Back tap. There we go. Here we go. Here's you know what it is. No. Come on. Back, guys.
Jono, do you not want to encourage players to draw a man, pin a man?
Always.
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 Even the big
It's all
guys?
the game.
Okay.
It's always the game. Imagine this game now with alpha runners
Hey, ball quick.
as we build.
Get one. Out, guys. Get a look. Yeah, go. Down you guys. Put. Talk to. All right. Look. Here you go. Take it out, come up. Go forward. Big in. We got it. Go right. We're good. Take it in, Ogden. Go up. Murph, you're on the outside.
Okay, I just want to get out there.
Okay. How many guys? Remember yesterday I talked about you do the work off the ball. How many of them? Very few of them are working off the ball. They're waiting for the ball to come to them.
As far as moving for the
Okay. Yeah, sure. Moving the defenders.
Keep moving.
Man on. Feet. Post. Yeah. Get over the ball. Come on. Oh, you think you're high. It's going to be a turnover if you're not there. Get over the ball. Get low. Over the ball. Keep your hips.
I'm going to try and change that, guys, so I'm going to get them to start doing stuff before the ball comes, and we'll see if there's a difference. Okay? It can be quicker at our ruck. Sit up. Do we know what the upfield placement is? Score the try. Do they score the try? Yes, some do. In your team, when you go to ground, I want you launching forward like you're scoring a try on the ball, and then going to your long placement, and then the bob cleaner comes. So at the moment in your game, there's some good things going on, but you're making the ball do all the work. So what's happening is guys that aren't on the ball aren't working. They're waiting for the ball to come to them. They start offering options all the time. Sacrifice yourself with a cut, running wide, going out, going in. All right, this guy's just waiting for the ball. So we're just going to work for 90 seconds more. So you're going to work really hard for 90 seconds. But I want the attacking team just doing far more without the ball in your hand. Does that make sense? Yeah. Give the ball carrier lots of options. Okay, so we know how to put a ball in behind the player. Okay, so you start bringing the game in. All right? And it's your responsibility to do all that. All right, let's see where we go.
Back, guys. Come on. They're still playing up. Let's go. Score and try. Get it.
Move.
Go.
No one's calling on the wide.
Communicate.
You come out here, though, buddy.
Good. Turn over. You got to go over to the try. Get to the floor. There you go. That was better. Come left, Rufus. Come left.
Moving.
Good line. Nice. Attack the grind. Good. Left. Go right. Move your feet. Work. Come on. Work on the grind. Work. Oh, work your body. Go right. Good. Keep the legs going. Go. Up. Over it. Out.
Good. As soon as I added something new to the content, guys catching the ball, just put themselves under pressure. If you're a big guy and your first receiver, and you're not going hard into the line, slow your feet down and just catch and give. Okay? Give others more space to do something. What I'm seeing there, you big guys are trying to run hard onto the ball and pass at the same time. It's not working. You make mistakes. So just slow your feet down, bang, catch and give, get it width through not eating up the space. Okay? Grow those sort of things. Do you have a question? No? Okay. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to start building the chance phase. So if I could have 1, 2, 3 defenders here, and a halfback here, and a 10, 12, 13 wing will do. Okay. Need a ball, boys? Alright, take the ball. Alright. So, and a wing.
Wing.
Okay. Just going to do this small scale so you get the understanding of it, so stay quite tight, boys. so we're just going to walk through. So at this point here, we've launched into their 10 and 12. And we've sucked in their 10 and 12. They're on the bottom of this ruck. What's left? 13, wing, fullback. How quick's the ruck? 1, 2, isn't it? Gone. So at this stage, we're still backs. But I want to teach the whole team to be able to do this. So, if they were tight defence like this, how would we get the ball to the outside and make sure he's in space? Skip from where? 1 to 3? What do you reckon? 2 to 4? What are we saying?
1 to 3.
What is 1 to 3? Just walk through it, hit 1, and then go, boys. 1, 1 to 3. He'd be pushing off, would he? Where would this guy be if he was a winger? He's gone, isn't he? He's gone. I know I've got the big boys here, but they would have been gone, pushing off. So let's come back. Remember what the defence is looking like? It's tight. What happens if we get it into 1? Doesn't eat up any space, and he hits 2. Bang, hold there. Can they push? Now we hit 4. Bang. Now, for me, boys, just so you know, the ball never goes above the shoulder, ever. It's always just bang, hard, crisp. All right? There's none of that, and there's no wobble on the ball. It's flat, hard all the time. I know I'm looking on the weaker hand. Okay, from here, we ball back to this fella. We're going to call that Jill. All right? And when would you call Jill? 3D. Okay, it's tight. When it's a 2 and a 1, what would you call here? So this is a fullback coming up wide. There's the centre, there's the wing. What would you call here?
Punch.
Numbers 1 to what? 2 or 1 to 3? Okay, just walk through it, go 1 to 3. In front. There's too much time to reload when we go behind like that. The defence. Straight, flat, hard passing. 1 to 3. Can he push off? Or who would you have, mate? Defending. You do him. Who have you got? Yeah, start thinking about it. So now, if he pushed off, what would you do? If he comes in, catch and give. No, you don't have a step in me. Just catch and give. Alright? Just catch and give. So we're going to call that Jack. Jack and Jill. Alrighty? So you 4 start like that, you 3 just in here. And all I want you to do is keep coming. Alright. And I call break. Just slide out. And you guys just start calling Jack and Jill.
Jill.
What's a Jill? Right, okay, who called it? Okay, who can see it? Alright, for you players, you put too much pressure on this guy. The guy that's going to call Jack and Jill is you or you. You can see it. So what do you call when the defence is like this? Jill. You've got to know that. You are now the fly half, calling the move. Alright, so you've got to read it, guys. And it's as simple as that. Jack or Jill. And it's got to be early. So what I want you 3 to do now, if I needed that to happen, is just go from here and slide. And then when you go into your shape, and then I'll call break, and then everyone can come forward. Okay? Go. Break.
Jill.
Why didn't he catch and give? He caught it like that, didn't he? Alright, where was the space to hit? All you had to do is catch and give to this guy. But the guy on the outside didn't even tell him. Now boys, when I say break, just slide, and then I'll say go. And that's when you pass, everything goes. Alright? So we'll try and speed this up a little. I've got big problems here. Break! Go! What's the jack? Second guy? What's the jack? 1, 2, 1 to 3. Okay, now just take a step back, boys. We'll get there with it. Don't worry, we'll get there. You. Break. Go. What was the right option? What should have they done? I can't even hear you guys. Alright? Get loud. Break. Go. What's the jack? Alright, I'm going to spin you attackers around this side, defends on that side. We'll go on the stronger end. Can you see what the option is? Okay, but we've got to get our players comfortable to do it. Right, you defenders. Be real. Okay. Say who you've got. I've got one. I've got two. I've got two. Stand on his inside shoulder. Alright? At the moment he's just going as a herd. Right, you've got to be marking something. Break! Go! Why did you stop the pass? Yeah, don't stop. Let's go again. So the call was right? Yep, absolutely right. Execution. Did he catch on the inside leg? Did he hold the defender? Did he step and pass? No, he backed it, wasn't it? So what will we be doing this fella in our skills session? Inside leg catch. No. Alright, let's go. Just play. Break. Go. Jack. Oh. Is he normally a second 5'8"? That far? Yeah. Okay. What's a jack, buddy? So why are you trying to catch it? Hard night last night. Okay. Blow the cobwebs out, buddy. Break. Boys, you're offside. You just moved up all that way. Go. What should have been the call? How were they defending? They fight, weren't they? Or were they a 2 and a 1? How were they defending? Tight, weren't they? Did you defend tight that time? Yeah. So what should it be if they're defending tight? Jill. Who should call it? I can't hear. When they're tight as a 3, it's a Jill. When they are 2 and a 1, it's a jack. Alright, keep going. Break. Go. Awesome. Awesome. Now put him away. Try time. Game again. Let's go from this side. Let's go again. I want to build this drill for you so you see it, guys. Same again. Let's go. Fall in. Go. Break.
And again, Jack.
Go. Jack. Good. Every time. You see how easy it is. One more. Let's go, winger. Go. Backs have to work, eh? Alright, keep running onto the ball, buddy. Make sure you draw defenders. Break.
Jack.
Give him away. Or take the space. What do you got himself? Alright, you just develop. So you can see how the players have to start making decisions. But it's not hard. And as I said up there, that's the game, isn't it? Remember what's in this ruck? 2 backs. Because your launch has been about taking on the 2 backs. Okay, let's just try it with 7 new players. And then we'll build it. So this is perfect for me. Now you're getting a multi-class player. Let's see if they can do it. Can you remember what a Jack and Jill's for? 1 to 3, Jack. Jill, you remember when to use them? Let's see what happens. Break. Go.
3 on 3.
Principal right, execution 4. Where did the ball go? Up. Now you start seeing how the game has to go. So, from you, the ball always in the jack. If I'm you, come on boys, we play flat, we don't play deep. Up. I want to be able to see you. I'm trying to Jack. Get up there. I want to be able to see you. Alright, you should always be able to see the ball. And Jack, all it is I catch and I step and I'm standing there. In front. Okay? And it goes across in front of you. You can look like you're going to catch it. Alright, let's go again. Break!
Caught.
Go! Go, give it! Good boy, it'll work. Finish though, buddy. Get your name in the paper. Let's go again. Who called it? Who called that? Who called it?
Yeah, what's your call?
You two outside, don't go shy on me. Rugby players can't be shy.
No one calls it.
Exactly. So you take charge. Break.
So cool.
Go. Okay, he made a decision to go, that's fine. Let's go back again. Okay. Now are our players making excuses for not doing something? Is it very confusing? It's not, is it? Yep.
These guys, typically when you have your outside on defense, at what point, so if you would be inside, you know, your winger out there, is that when you would typically say that they're tight? Or is there like a gauge, like where the outside guys may be lined up so they know a cue based off of where he is
I
compared
would
to
say
where they are?
an outside guy should always be wide. Does defenders have to go and find them?
No, but I mean, at what point do they actually know if it's a jack or a heel? Maybe that's just on the spacing of the defense. You know, is it inside the winger?
That's a good question. All right. If you make a call, you go with it, even if it changes. All right? You back it. But if you do lob passes, it ain't going to work. So, flat, hard rugby, isn't it? All right, we're ready to break. Go. Okay. Now we're putting ourselves under a bit of pressure, eh? And I know this is your players, okay? This is your players. This is what you deal with every week. So we've got to grow them, don't we? We've got to grow them. Break. Go. Good boy. Go. Oh, just the skill. So. All right, hold there. We'll go with the original grip. 4, 3. Don't stand up there. Stay here now. I'm going to teach you how to build it. If you just think 5 weeks ahead from now, how's it looking? Pretty slick. Right. Come in here, boys. 1, 2, 3. In here, boys. So what I'm going to get you to do now is just slide out into that formation. So it's like you're reloading in the game. You've just got there's a contact there, and then you're just sliding out into your position. And you've got to read the defence as they slide out as well. Okay, did you hear that, coaches? So what happens now? Everybody's on the move. So it's pretty obvious what it was like when it was static. Now there's a bit more pressure on you guys. Let's move. Okay. Alrighty. Break. Play. You're hearing it. Put him away. Good boy, finish. Good boy. Come back in. Let's go. Reload. Straight away. Straight away. Reload. Back in. Break. As soon as you hear the call.
Go Jack.
What was the call?
Jack.
What do we do?
Jack.
We did a drill. Where was the hole, boys? Where was the hole? You guys should see it. Where was the hole? Outside the second man. So Jack should have been the call. Jack was the call, so the right call. What happened? Okay. That's a team game, mate. Just concentrate. Jack and Jill. Let's go. Break.
Go Jack.
Good boy. Well done. Okay. Coming again, I'm just going to show you how we just keep developing that movement. See this on the move now. They're getting the hang of it. The balling's coming. So from now, the slight difference is you're just going to play as a 4, so you're out of it. You're going to start, come to the other side, boys, and come this way. So give me the ball carry. What happens now, I'll be here for a second, bring your group out with you, so they're all following, and then you might go this way, alright, and I'm out here, and you guys have got to take that way, you've got to go back 5 metres that way, bang, alright, and we play, whatever the defence is. If you give me that space, I'm gone, but hey, alrighty, we get that picture? Starting from over there, you can go whichever side you want. So if they come this way, you boys have got to go that way. If they go back 5 metres this way, if you go back this way, just go back 5 and then come. Alright? So all I'm doing, coaches, is just getting them to make more decisions and just have players in different places all the time. Still the same exercise, just putting more pressure on them. So we see how we go. Break! Bang, let's go. Who you got? Good boy, put him away. Oh, right call. Let's go, from there again. So the call is right. You go. Standing on the ball. Chill. Right idea, but the ball carrier always comes to this side. Okay. One more. Going well, boys. Go back to the defenders. Jack. Boys, the defenders, you've got to go back 5. First. How many cones are out, coaches? If I took these cones out, would it matter? Jack. Good boy. Go. Alright, well done. Come on, well done, boys. Awesome. Very hard, boys? Really? Once you build the trust of the Jack and Jill, once you got trust in it, you guys are nailing it every time. But you can see if you throw passes that are like this, it's all over, isn't it? So when you practice, how many boys own a rugby ball here? So if I say, why not?
Tight outs. Coach.
No, you've all got, you're here for a reason, aren't you? If you're going to play rugby, you should have your own ball, fellas. Hey, just muck around with the ball all day. Walk to class with a ball. That's how you become good. Learn how to bounce the ball, kick it off each feet, just throwing it around with your fingers makes you a better player. Hey, be a rugby nerd. That's what I suggest. And the skills will get better straight away. Alrighty, what I want to do is, so we've done the 4v3 and you see it, coaches, how it fits into that green line. That's how it works. We get other options, so we're going to make these kids a little bit better. So what I'm going to do is 1-2, 1-2, just facing towards into the middle, a little bit wider. Got another back to start with, I'll just speed this through. Hey. Okay, you're on the white cone with the ball. You boys bugger up. Slide wider. Okay. Same type of activity, great warm-up activity. I'll be you for a second. I've got the ball and I'm going to decide which group I'm going to work with. So I might go bang here. You're now attacking. So who are you defending now? Yeah, so you have to square up on me. If you get on my outside shoulder, where am I going to go? Back in. Yeah. So what's the call now? Jack or? Just a go? game, isn't it? Draw and pass. You know how to draw and pass? Yeah. So let's just have a look at it. You can see how simple it is, but the decisions that are in it. So let's just have a watch for a minute.
He's going up.
Well done. Or you could have taken the space maybe himself. Go again. The wider, boys. The wider. Alright, let's come back again. How's the ball going through the air, coaches? I'm seeing passes like this. Pretty hard to make catch and give, isn't it? The ball travels through the air like that, or it travels like that if you're doing a spin. All you got to do, boys, hold it on the fat part of the ball. Bang. Simple. Alright? Alright, hold it. Well done. Did you hold anybody though? Did you hold the defender? No. You got to hold the defender though. Are we getting a call a hands or jack? Is there a hands or a jack call now? Remember, they can be defenders. Alright. Hold it.
Come on, Jack!
What could have the first guy done? Where was the defender on you? You know what he did on you? Cool. You ran across, you ate up their space, and he just pushed off, and that's the hole in here you could have gone. So your job, as you come, is you've got to fix him, and then block him. You've got to fix him, and block him. Don't fall in the way, going out the way. You've got to run straight, buddy. So what I'm going to do, get into fives. So now there are half a dozen coaches, take them away and coach them. Alright. Alright. Straight away, coaches, let's get with them.
And I'm coming out the end. Who's with me? Right, stay, don't leave yet. So he's coming, right? Now you're coming. Wait. Come again? That's good, right? So pin your guy. Right. Who's with me? Who's with me? Oh, wait. Where are you going? Okay. Don't pass him because he can't pass you. You ready? Who's with me?
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, that's fine. If he doesn't commit to you, then pass it to him. Alright, who's with me? Yeah. Yeah, you guys on the outside. Wait, where are you going? You got a hold, right? Take charge of this
Thinking he's a defender.
Take charge of
Thinking he's a defender.
Who's with me? I'm going to hold this guy.
Okay, thank you.
Set up.
Okay. Alright, who's with me?
Yeah.
Can you pin his man? No? Okay, somebody else check in the corner here. Quick, come on.
On you. Yep.
Don't tell me. You're coaching, right? Don't tell me. Listen up, guys. Come on. Come here.
You're on the outside, go for the ball on the outside.
Yeah, I think the
Ball
problem
obvious. So you were in space there. Outside.
We have no idea if we're offensive.
You have exactly that. Exactly so. So you make that first
Or just
step
like
right
make eye
there.
contact with the team that's going to be your offense.
I'm on one.
You did a better job. I think that's why that last one worked. Yeah.
On you.
Hands, guys. Hands out. Reach.
On you.
Three more defenders ready. 5 more attackers ready. Let's go, boys.
5 more. Line up. Still in behind.
Red.
Move up. Right on the red. Check.
What's the jack?
Oh, I just skipped. My bad.
Let's go. There we go. Another 5 in. 3 defenders ready. Come on, you're going to have to think, boys. Get rid of that. My bad. Green.
Jack. Go. Go.
What was the jack? What's the jack, big guy? Yeah. Let's go again. Another 3 ready. Red.
Come up.
Go. go,
Jack,
go,
Jack,
go.
Jack, 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 Jack.
Light it. Getting the idea, another 5 ready. Keep mixing up positions. Keep changing around. White.
Red.
3. That was with a 4. We need 5s, guys. Come on, concentrate. Keep going. Let's go. White. White. White.
Jack.
All right, let's go. Go. Green. Green. Green.
Light it. Come on in.
Hold there, hold there, hold there. Okay. Right, I'm just going to talk to the coaches. You can have a chat with these about their communication. All right, and how you communicate. We're going to sort it out for all of you. Let's come on, coaches, before we do that. The beauty thing is, this is how it's going to be for you guys, isn't it? All right, so you can conceptualize, if I can get that word out, what it should look like. Now you've got to give it to your players. Because what happens when they start converting that in a game? Score. Okay. I had to show you that drill over there because I think it's a huge problem for us. The 3 drills we've done, which are the game, they're really, really struggling with. If I did line passing, that'd be brilliant. So you see, fundamentally we have to change as coaches. And it's going to annoy you. Like I could get real angry real quick here, okay? But they don't know. They only know what they know. We're actually starting to teach them to recognise things and give them options within our system. Okay, and it grows and grows and grows. And yes, it's frustrating now, but if we persevere for 4 weeks, where are we going to be in 4 weeks' time? Championship winners. You know, you develop your side. And that's our role as coaches, and that's what we're entrusted with, and that's why we love the game. Go back to your philosophy. Why you coach, day one. It's to make these fellas as good as they possibly can be. Okay? I'm going to keep it going, because I just want them to get a feel of it. It's going to help the coaches here as well, and it gives you an idea. So, but when you're watching now, don't get caught up watching if it works or not. Actually look at the key factors of the individual. So is he catching like that? Is he doing that? Because you'll be able to give some advice straight away that will help. Alright, a lot of us will get caught up watching the drill, start looking in the drill. So we'll just play it for 2 or 3 minutes, start looking at the skills and just seeing if you can key factor. We're getting cold? We're alright. Good, let's get into it. Yeah.
Run. You go break out. Didn't hear it. Right, load up, load up, load up.
What's the job of player 2? Fix player 2. If you pass it that deep, are you going to fix player 1? No. So you'd have to get the ball in his hands. About now, you gave it. Bang. Now, what's it called? It would be a duel, wouldn't it? You would say the duel early because you know the defence is miles away, but these 2 players are going to hold their defenders. Pretty simple, isn't it? When the defence, boys, when the defence is a long way away from you, you still have to commit them. And it's the role of the first 2 players to commit them. The outside players call the jack or the jill. And when do you call a jack?
Opposite.
When they're a 2 and a 1. When they call a jill, it's when they're tight. Okay? Let's just go. Red.
Up, up, up. Jack.
It's alright, it's the right idea. It should have been a duel. We understand. Let's come back now to the white cone. Just pressure. Just hold there. There's more pressure on you now, isn't there? There's less time and space. So what will we be looking to do here? Jill or... If you call it Jill, what does the first receiver have to do? What does he do? Okay, boys, you're not going to understand if you don't concentrate. Guys drifting off here. Now right there, we've got it in player 1's hands. What do we call him? Jill. So if he eats up the space, what's going to happen? just going to push off. So he's got to catch and give to 2. And now, player 4 has to be incredibly flat. Bang. These guys will never get you. But what's happening is you're staying really deep. There's no outside communication. These guys aren't fixing the defenders, and they're eating up all the space. So what are you going to do if it's on a red? Hold them, get it into players 2's hands at the right time and in the right call. If it's on the white, what's player 1 going to do? Hold 1, not eat up any space, get it onto 2, see what happens. What about on the green? What's the best call when they're on the green? Jack. You got it now, eh? I've given you the answers. So let's see if we can nail it. But I'm going to say you're down on the pit at the moment. Because you're not concentrating and there's no communication. My voice is booming here. Yours should be too. Loud, loud, really intensive. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's go. Red. Straight now, straight now, straight now. Jack. Over the end of it, buddy. Don't eat up all the space. So let's go again. White. White.
Jack.
Is that a jack or a jewel? Was there any pace onto the ball? Was there any pace onto the ball? Big guy. Did you hit the ball at 100 miles an hour? No. What's your job to do when you're out there? Hit it at under 100 miles an hour. Time your run. Okay, let's go. Red. Go. Bang, come on, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Too much time. Beautiful. Well done. We're getting there. Let's go. White.
Hey, Rufus! I'm one! I got 3!
Bang, go. Beautiful. Right idea. Let's go. White.
Up. Ball. Get another ball in there, guys.
Start again. White.
Go.
Bang, draw a pass, put them away, try side. Let's go. I can't make these group better, so if we just grab some balls for me, boys. What we're going to work on, guys, is what you've been doing is making line breaks. Hey, you've been absolutely going. So you put a guy in space with a jack or jewel, or with hands, and then you're gone. But then there's a roll once you line break. You know what it is? Support. So we're going to work on our support play now of a line break. All right, so we're going to have player 1 here, player 2 opposite him. Player 1 there, player opposite him. Okay. Player 2 up there about 10 metres. Player 3 up there about 10 metres. The rest of you bugger off over there with the coaches. Okay, you're a defender. You go sideways. Pick up a bit. You're a defender. Back. Go. Stay there. Go. Sideways. Okay. You need a ball, you two. So you're just throwing passes to each other. Go back about 2. Alright, try and knock them over. Flat, hard passes. Okay. And when I say break, what would happen is the one of these two that has the ball in his hands is the attacker. You drop the ball in this case, so the back group drop the ball, and the player that's on the red cone there is always a defender. So we've got 3 on 3. So what we've done, get rid of that ball, you're going to play upfield now. So you 3 are attackers, okay? So all of a sudden you're going break, and now you're going. You're chasing, all right? So we've just broken the tackle, and now this guy's the guy that's been broken, and he's chasing. We now have a fullback and a winger covering. Can we picture that? That's the game. Can you boys, you players, picture that? So you have line breaks, now you're gone. So what does he need now from you guys? Support. The rule of thumb for me is whoever the ball carrier is needs support either side. Okay, so you're coming, you're walking through, he's chasing, fast walk. All right, now, whatever way you go, which one are you going to give it to, let's say? So you give it to there, all right, you've committed him. How do I get support either side? Yeah. Okay, so you're out the game now, and now we're in this, so just drop down a second, you're out the game. You're still chasing. You've got options both sides, still haven't you? That's and see what happens, eh? Can you see that, coaches?
Yeah.
You're in behind, now you're playing. Now I'm giving you drills that we do at Super Rugby international level. So you can see how it works for your guys. It's just the game. It's just the part of the game.
Also loops, I understand that. When you want the person on the outside.
If he's in space, call for it. Hey, tell him you're in space and get it, all right?
You balls on this side, I'm still chasing.
Yeah. You just drop the ball, the back creep. Whoever's got the ball when I say break, just go. You just come this way a little bit, boys. Otherwise, I reckon he might catch you, eh? Those fancy boots you've got on. But, hang on a second. You don't pass like that, but, all right? Bang. Zip it out at him. Alrighty? Knock him over. Knock him over. Key factors, coach?
Not hands.
Yeah, you can see what happened, eh? Key factors. Bang, knock him over. Bang, bang, knock him over. Swap hands. Go on the other side. Go on the other side. Swap hands. Bang, that's it. That's it. Bang. Break.
I got ball!
Steady commit. Okay, so let's come back to the defence. You stay there on the ball. You got the ball in the middle. Where's the defender that came on? Or you came forward. Just go back a bit at the back. Go back at the back. I said sideways, didn't I? So at this point right now, what do you need to do to him? Yeah, and hit who? One more there. So if you hit, if I move, if I go here, bang, I'll block him out. If I go here, I'll bring him across on me, and I go back in here, he goes, wait, he comes in. And I'm just going into here. Now he's got what? Simple, wasn't it? Okay, let's go. Another 6 players ready to go straight away after this, eh? Just drop into these positions as soon as
Guys, quick, line up, get behind people.
Stay on their way, stay on their way, boys. As soon as they're done. Break! Okay, we're under pressure. Let's go, keep running. Another group in, let's go. Brand new drills, so it will be home. Knock them over, boys. Knock them over. That's it. You don't catch it, you won't have your manhood.
Catch it outside of your body.
Early hand catch. You can see how they catch with their palms, not their fingers. So instantly they're putting themselves under pressure, right? Knock them over. Break! Look. Good boy, stay in the game.
Outside.
He's the defender, isn't he? You've just given the ball away. You've got to go back that way now, wouldn't you? Okay, we'll get the hang of it. It's a new drill. Knock him over. Boys, when you catch the rugby ball, at the moment they're like that. They're trying to catch it. He's getting it, the boy is just, the defender, whoop, nearly lost his teeth. Break! Go!
Let's pull up, yeah.
Beautiful. Oh, just try time, boys. We've got it behind the defence. I want you to think now for the next 2 minutes, speed. Everything's speed and incredible communication. So it's your role to make it easy for the ball carrier. You're a supporter. He doesn't have to think, he just has to skill. Alright? Maybe 3 more of them. At 100 miles an hour, guys. At 100 miles an hour. Come a bit wider, you guys. Break! Go! Good boy! Well done! Next group, well done. Brilliant. Break!
So it's a picture.
Yeah, take the picture. We've gone there, haven't we? Lovely. Oh. You've got the tools, you coaches. Break! Make the tackle, defender. He's the defender. He's the defender.
He's gone into this spot, isn't he?
Yeah. All right, that'll do. Have a break. Okay. All right, boys, come in. We're going to keep building this. So I'm going to pick on my mate here in the black at the back there. What should he have been? Ben. Who's the defender? So if you're not sure, ask. Okay, I'm not picking on anybody. But what I'm seeing is we're starting to think like that. Just relax. Hey, the guy in the first group was brilliant. Hey, who was the big guy that scored? The very first group of that set of 3. That was you, wasn't it? Okay, we did it at pace, we communicated well, the skills were perfect. Try. Get the rest at halfway. Perfect, eh? Then, but when we get tense and we're not sure, then the mistakes come. So all you got to do, speed up, communicate, and be sympathetic when you pass. Alrighty, just going to progress this on. So I'm going to walk through this, and this is just use. I use a normal 9, a normal 10, a normal 12, and a normal winger. Okay. So I'm now going to start building phase play for you. Alright? If I can have a 9 here, a 10, a 12, and a blindside winger just in behind here. Okay. Just push down. Where's the blindside winger? Winger? Okay. You guys, okay, we'll do it this way. Just sitting in there, if I could have one defender on his inside, and another defender on his inside. So usually we'd have A, B, C, wouldn't we? Defenders, so you can picture that. So what I'm going to look for here is that my 10 is always running this line, bang, hit me, and then that line. Okay? That's all you've got to do every single time. You've got to fix him. So you're in that position right there now, he's held. Okay, just come in here, buddy. My 12 and my 11, 14 in this case, have to be a little bit wider with you on his inside shoulder. These two are going to work as a unit together. Alright? So, as he's getting the ball, $500. Hang on, we give. He's got to do work before he catches it. He's got to react to that. So it's that start of what I was talking to you guys about doing the work before the catch. So if he goes out here, where are you going? Okay, and he comes back in here, you go with him. So if he comes back in there, and he just runs into here, who would you hit? Yeah. If he stayed out on him, you'd hit him. Okay, so you'd always be running. So if you see him drop it, so if you see him go out and in, you always pop into here, and you're an option there. All right. Now, which one gets the ball? How do you know which one to hit? When the one here says ball, because you'll know if the defender comes on you, you don't say anything. You'll be calling ball. If the defender drifts off you, ball. Just walk through it, boys.
Alright, spot.
No.
Nice.
Alright, that's alright, we'll get there. Okay, but you're running wide now. Where's going to be the space, buddy? Where's the base? Where's the space? So if I'm the next defender out, where is it?
Great, spot.
Beautiful, beautiful. And what could you do now for the next player out here? Okay, another support player.
Set you up.
Bang, gone straight away. We'll go. So that's option 1. So what was your line? So out and in. This time you can go in and out. What's that going to do? Where's the hole now? So when he goes in, you come in. When he goes out first step, you run out. See where I am, coaches? So when you go home and watch all the test match rugby now, you're now starting to see what the backs are doing. This is back attack. This is real back attack. This is phase stuff, putting things together. You got your jack, your jills, that this is what you're trying to get your players to do. And it ain't going to happen overnight. It's going to take years and years for these players to become experts at it. But if they want to become good players and play for Salty's team, this is the stuff they have to know. Okay, so your role every time is in out. Okay, hold, make sure you get on his outside shoulder. Your job, manipulate him with an in and an out, or vice versa. If he goes in and then out, where are you going? Okay, so let's just walk through it a couple of times, guys.
Right. Ball.
Ball. Nice. Walk through it again, a bit deeper in our defence.
Right. Ball.
I got two!
Ball. Right idea. See how the hole starts opening? Look, coaches, a small part of it. Okay, let's see what happens.
On your fist!
Beautiful. Yes, you got to jam in on him, don't you, number 2? That's right, let's go again. Now the 10 gets wider. The 10 gets wider. Now we're getting a bit, okay. 10 can probably take a step forward. A little bit flatter. Now, blindside winger, come up a little bit. We don't have to run a marathon. Okay, now, in the defence, see what's on. Alrighty, let's go.
I know I'm going one!
Where was the hole? Do it straight through, buddy, eh? Straight through.
Don't call it early, eh? Look.
You react, boys. You just react. Call it. Okay? And if it's on for you, you go. You're stopping, keep running. Keep running. Never stop the pass.
I'm on three!
Well done, Blue. Now we go. Number 12. Drag your guy wider. Keep mixing him up. Early defending.
I got two!
Beautiful. Now we go. One more. You big forwards, can you grab the ruck shields for me? Those blue ones.
I'm on three!
Okay, right idea. What can we do with this player now? What are things we can do there? What foot does he catch the ball on? Always catches the ball from there. Now, what I want is that. Okay, so in and down, gone. Right, so you always catch the ball from on this side. I want to try and get you catching on the other. Can you see what it does, coaches? Yep. Passing the ball. Immediately when I catch on my right, where am I going? What do I want you to do?
Try and break it all down and put the best.
Out, bang, whatever my option is.
Yeah.
You're out the side. And you can see it. She's pretty special when it opens up because the defence is good. Where am I going? Okay. All right, boys. We're going to build what we call an alpha game. You might play. Sally, you got sort of alphas going with you guys?
What's the alpha?
No? Sweet. There you go. Bag holders, right here. 1, 2, 3. 3 forwards, right here, right now. Halfback right here. Here's the ruck. You've come from that ruck, so you're standing over there. You're being worked. Language now is alpha. Okay. And in alpha we have 3 forwards. Forward 1, forward 2, forward 3, and you go into position like that always. Okay, you forwards. Forward 1 goes to the far side. So forward 1 would run across here like this. Just space out, boys. Okay. And we're going to say that you are the B defender. So this is A, beside you, and then the B you'd be here. You'd be the C defender, and you'd be the D defender, okay? A little bit wider than that. So, the F1 runs a space outside where? Coaches? Outside C. So, you're holding into that hole, not in the man, in the hole. You're there, okay? Flat. F2, hold come back, stay there. F2 sits in behind him in the space, running outside B. Okay? F3 sits right there. Because the role of the 9, and I'll be the 9, is to go at who, guys? On the upper. B. So he's going to pull back, fish out the B. Okay, and A comes across, he's got an option here. But at this point here, you two are going to space run, and you have to always be in front of him. In front. At this point now, if you just walk through your holes, at this point, it'll be a forward pass here, wouldn't it? But at this point right now, if I push him out and he's coming on me, I'm probably going to hit you in the hole. Okay? You guys call ball. Which one's getting it? Let's have a look at it. We'll just walk through it. Follow these in my foot in the right track. We'll just start in those static positions to start with and then we'll build it. Okay? So bang. F1, F2, F3. Sweep round, pick, go on. Okay, let's go. Oh. Right idea. You got a ball call from him, you hit him. If you win it and you're in the space, what do you say? Up. Ball. Okay, let's react to the halfback. Come back a bit, guys. Let's give some space. Go. Ball. Who called it? Loud man, he can't hear you. He's sick of my voice. Ball. So what's happened to you got in front of him, mate? Hold your run. So when do you get your timing, boys, on the outside? Can you guys answer me? When would these guys get their timing? When would they go? If they're in this situation. As he's running. No, earlier. You guys are creeping earlier. So let's come deeper. Let's come here. Okay, let's go. As he starts running, there you go. Ball! Well done, let's go. Reload, let's go. Reload. Reload, we'll get there. Reload. On you. Ball! Ball! Yeah, good boy. Good boy. Let's go. Oh. Good boy.
What's up, Brian?
Why aren't we getting it on the outside though? Ball! Right though. Okay, let's go. Come on, let's go. Told you backs would have to. Ball, ball, ball. Good boy. Now we're going. All right. So we're getting the shape of the alpha starting. Come in here, you three. You come from that ruck, and the alpha's being called. All right. The 10 sitting in behind here. Who's the 10? Where is he? Swap with the bag.
Go, swap.
10's in behind. He's sitting over here. And he's calling alpha. So, as the alpha's being called, what do we go into now, boys? F1, F2. Got our F3. At this point here, we add a call. If he wants it, because he's getting a call from out here, there's a 4v3. Hey, or a 5v3. We need what we're going to call a chance. And all chance means is if you just take a step forward, you guys, you won't get in the way, you just drop out the way. Because you're going to hit behind him, hit him, and the Jack and Jills are on. Okay, makes sense? You guys just hold your line, then slide across and you'll support. Line break, gone through, get in the game. Okay, if there's no chance call, we just go through with our alpha, keep walking through, walk it through, and we get the ball call. You didn't get a ball call, so don't give them. That's probably the last place we really want to go in there because we're going to be pretty full of defenders. All right? Okay. Let's go. Oh! Nice, well done. Run it, bees, inside shoulder. Inside shoulder. So wide up, so man mark up. Hey, bit wider. Yep, man mark up. Yep. Run the space. Well done, that'll do. Okay, now do it from this position. Jump in here, in behind the ruck. You're just sitting there. So now we get the calling. You're calling alpha, alpha, all the time. Alpha, 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 alpha. Well done, reload again. You've got chance up your sleeve. Alpha, 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 alpha. Right idea. Now, if you guys just, I'll be you for a second. If you guys hit the space, you guys just stand in your spaces. I'll be you. Okay, at this point, just in any position, turning him in. Alright, and I want to be able to, for you, at this point, it should be bang, smack, hard, bang, and you hit it and you just catch and go through at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And you stay straight upfield when you catch. At the moment it's a bit passive, boys, because we're learning. Alright, but now we understand what we're doing. Let's hit it hard. Let's have another group of 3 forwards ready to go. Another group.
Where are the rest of your forwards? Where's the support coming?
Okay, yeah. There's a group of players in the ruck there, isn't there? Yes. This group have just got up from working and are coming around the corner. Forwards, we're playing a chase pattern. Remember our chase pattern? Or we've gone into our default. So those guys that have done a course understand that language, and that's what we're into. So we'll be, from our launch, we would have called chase. Remember I had 7 alpha chase, for instance, in the calling system. They've hit close. That's the close ruck. This is the group of forwards coming around. Make sense? Yep. The chance is on whenever you get the call from outside. Okay. But you can call it anytime here if you like.
You want me to call alpha and then a chance?
So you're always calling alpha.
Okay.
So your forwards are getting into position. But the chance is on if Salty's giving you a chance call. Okay? Play. Next group ready.
Alpha, 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 alpha.
Where was the hole though, really? Dominate it, buddy. Get into it. Next group, ready. F1 goes first.
Alpha, 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 chance.
Well done, let's go. Halfback, just wait till they're in running and they're in place, eh? Have a look, don't keep breathing, eh? I know you coaches are cold, but
alpha,
we need to get there.
Alpha,
eh?
alpha, alpha, alpha.
Good boy, good boy. Okay, I'll progress it one more.
There's another one behind you.
You bag holders, slide outside 10. Okay, you guys, can I have an F1 outside the 10? An F2 outside the 10. F3 sitting on the 10's inside shoulder. Deeper.
Inside.
Inside shoulder.
Inside shoulder.
F1's up. F2. Alpha off 9. Bravo off 10. Simple, isn't it? Same thing, but it's off 10. When do you get your timing? Off the 9 or off the 10? 10. So all you're looking at is space. Run at space, ball call. There you go. I got go on 1. Alright. Yeah, always a 10. Yeah. He can be a little option inside, but mostly he's going to hold the defence from pushing across. Okay? You just keep running that inside line at the moment. You're an option, but really maybe not an option. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Pull up. Pull up.
Good boy, nice. Reload. Another group in behind, forwards, and the 10 will stay the same all the time.
Yeah. Bravo, bravo, bravo.
Wait. Have a look. Have a look. Okay, where's my 12? Where's my 12? Jump in behind. Okay. What's he gonna say?
Jack or Jill?
Chance. Chance, whatever you want to say. Alright? Okay. So players, all we've done, same system, we've transferred it from 9, we've transferred it to 10. Backs here, you're Jack and Jill. Draw and pass. Okay? Let's go. Hey,
Hold up! Hold up! Yeah.
Well done. Reload, another group in, 10 and 12 stay the same. Let's go.
Hold up.
Yeah! Ball!
Okay, the principle of what I'm looking for. Okay, as coaches, you've now put your game on the field. And all we would do, boys, and I'm going to do it to finish, is I'm going to get the coaches to go up behind the goal. All right, and I just want us to go from a. We might have to play different positions here, but we'll just form a scrum, and we'll walk through a launch. Okay, around the just set up the scrum and I'll walk you through it. And I'll show you how you put it all together. So the coach is up there, right out the... All I'm going to say is I want... Mate?
7 Alpha Chase.
Isaac, here. Yo, Pete, come play on the wing.
Just going to pop it to the winger, outside you.
Your job is to make the rest of us look good this morning, and you're doing a great job with that.
Pop it into him. You're going to clean out.
You don't need to do it. You don't need to do it, Murray.
I want an alpha. There's going to be going to get one to your ring. You concentrating, buddy? I'm right. You'd be the F1. Who's probably going to be the F2? Who's probably going to be the F3? There you go. All you want to be is the chance option. So at that point there, we'll stop. Okay? So let's go. Good. Pop up outside him. Just take the ball. Go, go. Get it back. Bang, walk through. Bang, bang, here it comes. Bang. You're cleaning. You're cleaning. Ball carrier. Plus one. Plus one. Ball down on the ground. At this point here, F1. Should be you. F1. F2's inside him. Where's the F3? Where should you be? You boys are coming, aren't you? Where's the 10? Should be in behind the F2. Come on, come on. See that shape? You've got all that width now. Chance, it's yours. Because there's a 4v3. If not, where should the F1 be? Where are you concentrating? Exactly. F1 is always in front of F2. That's the shape. Okay. We hit this fella here, let's say we hit the F2. Bang, cleaner. Cleaner. You load wider, become the F1 again. Where's the F2? Where's the F3? Wait. The F3's here. What have we got?
Chance.
Chance. It's all there. Let's just call the chance, please. Hit the chance. You boys run forward. Bang. Right. There's a ruck. You guys win the ruck. Go in, win the ruck. Hold there. No, the forwards, you don't need to go in, big guy. Get out of there, backs are winning it. What you can do is become, look at me, F3. Because he's calling alpha. What could you become? F2. What could you become? F1. Where could you guys be now? A back line. And we've got chance phases. You've got the skill set, you've got alpha phases, and what you could also do is push wide to 10. You could call a Bravo, so what could he be doing on the Bravo here? F3, 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 what could you become? The 12. No, you're the F1. See the shape, coaches? You've got your game all the time. Alpha, Bravo, and you can just hit that at all at any time. So if the option was to go wide, what would you be saying? Chance, which makes it easy for you. You just got to catch and get it into him. You guys just hold your line, you would come through. So at this stage right now, what are you calling, Tim? Bravo? Let's play then. So you're calling, so you still? Bravo, let's go. Bravo. Bang! No, that's the alpha, isn't it? What's the Bravo? Bravo. Bravo, still hold your line. Bang! Ball! Bang, tackle, in, hold. You guys, straight back, either side. Alright, go from the scrum and see what happens, boys. Now, for you coaches, Jacks, Jills, chances, alright? You've got to call that voice. For you guys, you need to have communication all the time. We'll do the whole thing again. For you coaches, are you seeing the game that you're starting to watch on TV? Are we all grouping? No, they will, because they'll fall back into trait. But you can see by the shape now, you've got options all over the field. And you've got Alpha, Bravo. We haven't done scoops, we haven't done any of the dead ball stuff. But you can see how it all just fits together. And they're the green lights. They're the green lights. 2 more minutes, and then we'll go back inside. All right, same play. Right. It could be an alpha, it could be a challenge, you play. Get in there, buddy. Go. Right. Bang, carry down, clean. Alpha, let's go. Bang, there it is, tackle it down. Chance, get out of it, buddy. You should be in this ruck, eh? You should be in that ruck. Bang, chance, down. Put the ball you back. F2. Hang on. Wait. F1 wider. F2 wider. What's that going to do to the defence?
Freeze them.
F1 wider. F2 wider. You're sitting behind the F2. Where's the F3, boys? So you two swap. You go F3, you go F2. So all that you're doing when you're coming into position, boys, is shouting your positions. I'm F1, I'm F2, I'm F3. There's a chance, there's an alpha. Driven by the 10. Right back from the scrum and let's get it going. You've got to keep concentrating, eh? If you're going to play number 8, you're the smart of the team, alright? Go to ground, tackle, bang, down, clean. Wait. GB. Go again. Concentrate. What are you studying, buddy?
Come on, Sully.
We got dinged in the head yesterday.
Where'd you get him in? We're great.
We went out at halftime.
Kim!
Bang, down, tackle.
Alpha.
Tackle, come on, clean. Tackle.
On, up one.
Bang. Chances there, go. Flat.
But up one.
Bravo, kick louder, 10. Play the Bravo. So.
F3.
Right now, what do we do, coaches? What do we go back into? What will we go into? Default. What's our default, coaches? Chase, so this team would know to group and go back into an alpha game. Yep, all that pick and go game. Right now. So what happened was the 10 became very passive. The 9 wasn't really hearing what was going on. You've got to be really loud and aggressive at them. So that the whole team has confidence from the calling. Last one, let's nail it, eh? Let's go close. Sully, they haven't played a pattern like this before, eh? They don't play this pattern. Yeah, great. Come on, boys, sort it out.
Get to right.
Tackled. Bang. Bang, down. Chance, there it is. Play. Tackle.
One.
Play. Tackle. Reline, which side?
Go.
Bang, you got it. Tackle. Win it.
Back up. You got it.
Go.
Hey, Smith. Alpha. Danny, take it two.
Now, what's happened now? You haven't been looking to see if you have the right numbers. Turnover time, isn't it? Yeah. So you might be now saying pick and go, chance phase, whatever. Your forwards have had to work hard, haven't they? They ran out of numbers. So now the backs have to take over. Boys, I'm going to stop, coaches, I'm going to stop with the players there, all right? So, look, thank you guys. I've taken you somewhere you're probably a brand new game. these boys in too. Look, for you players, you've done a whole series of new things today, and you probably got frustrated that it wasn't working. You're probably starting to see a picture on how it should work, and it wasn't working. So, but if I could say you look 6 weeks ahead of doing that every training session, there would be a real picture starting to form in your head of what it would look like. And everybody would understand their roles, everybody would be concentrating, the whole thing would come together. Okay, so well done. Not easy. Foreign voice, all the new things coming in, new terminology, so you've done well. But all I say is buy a bloody rugby ball. Hey, get a rugby ball in your hands all day. Just bounce it around school, just like that fella's doing there. Just play with it all day. I know teenagers, it's other things, but rugby balls are good. Okay, coaches, we'll go inside. Can the players bring the kit in?
Yeah, calling out wide. Yeah. So outside communication becomes the focus. Yeah. More so than you calling it. Yeah.
I said it's something work with drawing the defenders and actually keeping eye contact with them, or at least looking up at them instead of just focusing on where the ball's going. I don't know.
Yep. So communication is the old indicators. Space running. Yeah.
I'd say conviction, you know, because even if you made the wrong call, but you're not tentative, then we should go.
But I think new drill, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt there. Okay, so if we just work from the bit we just did, shape-wise. You think all the players understood their playing? I run it, okay, because I have to. But you would just spend a lot of time statically showing that F1, F2, F3 running the holes and all the jobs they have to do. So we couldn't work really on space running or holding defenders because I had to keep the thing moving. So you as coaches, that's your role. You're teaching the players how to do that. I couldn't really work on the 9 turning the B defender in and then roll the F3 because I wasn't there to make the players better, I was there to show shape today. So the players got the concept of the shape, but they didn't quite understand their roles within it. And that's how you develop it. Okay? But what I hoped you saw was we tried to do the pattern which is number 2. We went close. Well, sorry, we tried to do number 1 really, but we could have easily gone into number 2 because number 2 was just close and then there could have been a chance. And then they could have come back with a bravo. But what we did was, number 1, they went alpha, and they could have done another alpha again, but they were doing 1 alpha and then a chance, and then they came back with all those options, didn't they? They could have had an alpha or a bravo or a chance space. The whole game was there, the players covered the whole 70 metres of the field. If they went into the middle of the field with a bravo, they had options either side to play again. If they went to the touchline after they've gone off the bravo, they had options again with alphas and bravos again. So the easy part of the game was always there for them. Players just didn't understand where to go at this time. But you as coaches saw the shape and how it works. And so you go right back to my slides about attack patterns, how it all works, fits together, how the green lines start coming together, and you grow it as a coach. And as your skills of your players get better, everything starts working. Right? That just fits up. So you've got all the tools. You know how to break down skill now. You know how to key factor analyse. You know how to create drills to make those little parts of the game better. Yeah, you know the contact area we're looking for. We didn't even go there really today with the players, apart from the bob touch. And then from there we built. Okay. We didn't touch on support players only coming from the inside for the cleaner. We have as coaches, but you can see all the detail that comes in, and it doesn't happen overnight. It's time. It's time. But in, 10 minutes of putting a game together, the players got it. Because we coached the green lines, and then they understood how to put it into a game orbit. Yeah. All right. I'll finish there, because it's been a bloody good course. Any questions from you guys at all? Anything you want to share with the group? And has your philosophy changed? You go back to the front of your book. Yes, but
that last light bulb moments, when you put that alpha with the bravo as well, I guess I had never thought about that. The only thing I'd be concerned of, I guess, is looking for an answer from you. Is there a worry about using too many players to set up your alpha and set up your bravo so you don't have outside backs, or no? Because you're only doing ball carrier +1, so you're not committing those players to the breakdown.
Absolutely.
And would you always run it for you? Would you always run that alpha with the bravo every time, or would it just sometimes be alpha, sometimes be bravo?
No, it could be like, yeah, it could be just a bravo. So you might go, say number 3 there, you go wide, you might just come back to the bravo. Or you might go wide alpha, when you come back with an alpha, and then wide again. So it's whatever you start, see that gives you the template to build, and then the tools within, which are the green lines, which is your alpha, your bravos, your chance phases, and that, as you put that into a game plan. Whatever you design, I just use 5 examples of the but you design it with the template of players we've got. Remember, we profiled the group of players, we came up with some ideas, and that's what we're doing, that's coaching. So over 3 days we've become professional coaches. Not paid, but in your thinking. Okay.
So the alpha and the bravo calls, is that contingent on what the French defense is looking like at the time? Is that a read of the French defense, whether or not they go off the 9 as well as 10? Is that part of that component?
Well, when you're building, it's usually off 9. No? Forwards coming around the corner, But when you come off the touchline, your players might be sliding from the far side across the field. So for your forwards to look after them, bravo's probably better to you, isn't it? And as you play with patterns, you'll understand where your players are going to be. So you'll work with your team on how he bosses them around. But I guess the thing is, the alpha and the bravo together on the field gives you full coverage of anywhere to attack, but it's up to the outsides to call it. And those guys got shy, but in a way I'm quite intimidating for them. So they didn't want to make the wrong calls and things like that. I'm sure if Sully was running the same thing because they're his players, it would have been louder and it would have been more flow as such. That's bringing a new coach in and put the fear of God into it probably, but they didn't want to mess up. Is that answer? Sure? Yeah, okay. Anything else, guys?
How do we get a copy of PowerPoint?
Yeah, I'll work that with these guys. They've got it all, so they can work it out. The only problem is the clips. Because the clips are off a system called Verisco, which is an analysis system, and they don't, unless it's on your computer, it doesn't seem to show up on a normal computer. So you actually got to have that system already set up on your computer, and you're not going to spend thousands of dollars on it. Fine, the system. Okay, so, but yeah, we'll do it like that.
I think it would be great if there was a way that we had those clips also, because how you broke it down, you were looking for those specific clips in order to teach us and to bring that video in for the boys to see it. I mean,
yeah, but remember, for your players, I think you just create your own.
Yeah.
You can just go online.
Got you.
I was doing it last night. We pulled it up and we looked at Northern Hemisphere rugby, and we were looking at Southern Hemisphere rugby. We were just comparing,
Early day. Saturday night, hey, watching footy doing alpha bravo study. Rugby gigs. Yes, welcome to the club.
Talk about foreplay.
Thanks, David. Great, mate. And that's what I'm after. If we had students with a game like that, it's just going to grow and grow, isn't it? It's just going to grow and grow. So, do you think you'll affect change with your players now? A little bit different? Remember yesterday I said rate yourself, I might have even been Friday, rate yourself as a coach on 1 to 10 with your knowledge from where you were on Thursday night to where you are now. Do you feel more confident as a coach? Yeah, you got a bigger toolbox. Now it's just making it sharp. Great, we'll stop there, right? All good. I think there's some sandwiches.
Run, quick. Get yourself ready.
Do we do this?
No, you've got to get back to this position. And then go. Up, no, not leaving yet. Alright, you're looking for speed. Go. Your hand around, put together, down, up. Good. Now we're getting somewhere. Good, thank you very much. I put a couple of things together you can do. So we started with just people jumping. put it into lifting, so we're using a wall, bring our partner in, okay? Now we've got like a tackle bag. We'll use one of these, which is great. Last time I did this, I actually removed some of the things out of here so we could do this, but now we can start using this. Because now we don't want a human in there yet, because we're not ready for a human, but the two of you can be lifting the bag, right? If you want to get super good, you can take a Swiss ball. Is everybody aware of what a Swiss ball is? Those big round Swiss balls that you sit on?
Yeah.
Okay. Fill it with half full of water. And you lift that. Because the water moves around in the Swiss ball, and unless you're perfectly even going up, it wobbles all over the place. Pain in the ass to fill it up. Once you've got in there, it's a great tool. Great tool to use. So you can use that. Okay? Then add the human once you're comfortable. Lifting technique, okay, is the next thing you could add in. How do we do it? Very simple. How about you? Proctologists make very good lifters.
He's smiling. He's smiling.
First of all, you put your rubber glove on, and then we start. So the key is just get yourself in a nice position, okay? Thumbs in, hands out, and try to stick those thumbs up and crack that person's backside. Very simple. So we go all through the thing we did before, and the next thing would be put the human in. So you can and I want to get into the back position where I'm in here, okay? Right up there, chin up, forgetting where he is, and on the front, good lock on the thighs. Now, I don't know, I don't know if in this area in high school or maybe high school coaches who use use sausages. Okay, so they're a really good tool. Okay, what you've got to start watching though is people put the sausages on the front. You still see your lifters putting their hands on the side of it, so they don't get the benefit. So make sure that you're really watching and get those thumbs in on the sausages. Squeeze them up, chest to chest. Very simple.
Do you teach, I've seen different techniques and I've heard different people say different way. Do you teach feet together and just use them explosive, or do you have them step into the...
We'll get there, we'll get there. That's hard because you saw the two people without anybody, right? Running around and moving. If you want a moving line out, all right, it's very hard to start getting that together. So we've got to teach that. So, do we have anybody here who's happy lifting, anyone? No? Okay, we'll take, if you're happy lifting, we've got a hard floor here, so we're not actually going to lift, but I'll use you too. So come on out, come on out. And we'll use you.
Guys, we've got to get going. Another thing that I wanted to add is that we want the feedback. Maybe this is a bit of a carrot for you. We've been on to World Rugby Shop to support you guys as much as us, and they're going to give us a source code to give you some discount, and I want you to get more if you go with Adidas, right? You can either use it or not use it. For instance, he was going to offer you a stadium jacket if you bought a set of jerseys. Well, no, that's nothing for them, but I'm trying to squeeze more. But if you do want to use it, we'll get that for you. I just want to say that. Give us some feedback. I'll send a form through Pete, and I'll send a PDF version and a Word version you can write on. And be brutally honest with us. What you like, what you not like. And also think about next time we do this. If you want to come back, because you want to upgrade again, wouldn't you? You want maybe a different focus. Maybe it's defense. Maybe it's something else. Tell us what sort of menu items you want, because ultimately there should be a bunch of things that we could offer and bring in. We're thinking of maybe adding to Jono and bringing in maybe 3 good people to do 9 clinics around the country. Spread the gospel. The more coaches we reach,
the more players we reach, right?
We're also looking at bringing in at a different part of the year a sevens option.
Yes.
To detail.
And also, what's a good time of the year for you? I think this is a good window right now, right? But is there another time of the year also? So those types of things, you know, that's where we want to get feedback from. And, that's it from me. I just want to thank Sully and Pete for the heading.
Cheer is what I'm all about. And to see players today learning, growing, and then being able to come back maybe and picture what they'll be like in 6 months' time, that excites me because I know the game's growing. I'm I guess an innovative guy that thinks around the game, made some rugby nerds here, but because I think about the game all the time, I'm looking for big changes in the game all the time. Hopefully that's what I'm just opening your minds up to just change. There's a place left now, the big Samoan gentleman was talking about, it's just so different to what he ever thought. He just saw a different game, and now he's just over 3 days and he was here for 2 of them. He's seen a different game, so that's awesome. That's me that I've learned my team. So, but good luck with it all, guys, and thank you to the guys that organised it. Brilliant, mate. So what's up?
You face it. So, we'd be going, or would be coming in the starting. So your job, I'm only going to do this. I'm going to do this too far. Trip over anything. Maybe you'll come up to say about here. No, stay close to about here. And you're going to go back. No past. No further than me. All right. Your job is to try and jump without them helping you. All right. Your job is not to let him jump without you helping. Your job is to push him back and you're trying to stay with him, and you're going to try and get up before they get their hand up. Alright? Just going to put it down. It's only going to go like 5 seconds. So get close to him. Alright, okay, now just in a straight line. You can push him a little bit, you can go back. It's up to you. Where you can push him, or you can go backwards, it's up to you. But you want to try and get off the ground without them being able to get their hands up. Alright, ready? Go. Oh, he's got you. No, he's got you. He stay with you. And again, try. You can go backwards too, remember? Oh, yeah, you get off the ground. Good. So what we're trying to teach here is the fact that these two are going to stay connected all the time to you. All right? Now, notice how they're facing this way, which is pretty common. It's actually easier if you've got one handed in this way, because you can move faster that way rather than that. You can move faster. And you're inhibited by the fact that I'm like this. Right? So try now. Be on the side of it again. And as soon as you try to get up, you swim around. Up you go. Oh, good. So you swim around. See how much easier it is for you? Easier for you. Right? So it's just up. Right? Thanks. Normally we do that, and we do that in 2 or 3 groups. A bit of a game. So you can get up. You can't. You keep score. So a bit of a game. Then we move to an actual line-out game. One I like is, we won't do a demonstration here because people will fall over. But we'll have a thrower. And we'll have a jumper, lifter, jumper, lifter. Normally what I like to do is, I use a back as a thrower. And I have a back being lifted, because they always complain about forwards and stuff. So here's the back is my jumper. Then I have a couple of forwards as lifters. And we'll have the whole team doing this. So we could have 2 or 3 guys throwing in, backs. Jumper lifter, jumper lifter. And the game is to get to the other side of the field as fast as you can. So you throw the ball in, jumper catches it, he places it on the ground. Then the thrower comes to this spot, and they can go back as far as they want. Throw it again, catch it, and it's a race to the other side. But if he drops it, they've got to start again. So it's a race across the field, throwers and jumpers. Why I use, I'm really working on which group of people did. Just the lifters, right? So,
can you turn that on? Or I think, because I can't see that.
That's your wood. So you got a thrower, lifter, jumper, and then you just race across the field. Very simple. But a good speed game. All right, and you can do that. We do that in 5 minutes pre-practice, just to get the juices flowing. Then we'd actually start to do it with the people who matter, lecture bookers or whoever. So who throws the ball in your team? Who? Strong half? Who should throw it in?
Whoever can throw it.
What?
Best thrower.
Best thrower. Now, who throws the ball in on your team?
Number 8.
Probably, yeah.
The best thrower.
The best thrower. But most people, right? It's a hook. But 9 times out of 10, he might be the best thrower, but he might not be. So, if he's not the best thrower, what's your job?
Make
him the best thrower. Yeah, I'll give another hook at you. But really, it's your job to make him the best thrower. So how do you go about doing that? Okay. What's the first thing he's got to do?
Body position.
Body position, okay. We practice that. Okay. Repetition. Okay. Hit your target, repetition. Hundreds a day. A couple hundred throws a day. Every day. So you can, as you said, hit your target. I've got a big big broomstick, telescopic broomstick. I stuck a tennis racket on the top. And I just wander around the field, and the guy's got to hit it while I'm moving around. Every game like that. You don't want to use that, you can make yourself any kind of target, doesn't matter. Moving targets are different. Okay? Practice that. How do you start off teaching them how to throw? Best thing to do, I found, and I went to the England hooking class, is that Swiss ball that I just talked about. It's wobbly, okay? You sit on it, and that's where you get your balance. So you're sitting on the Swiss ball, and you're throwing. If you don't have the correct balance, you fall off, or you wobble. Right? Hand position, do you have a ball here? Probably not, right? Yeah. You know, doesn't matter too much whether it's this hand's far back. Try not to get them to the end of the ball. So if you have a ball, here's one. I'll use this as a ball. Try not to get your hands too far back. Do you remember what Jono was talking about passing, with his left hand does? When you're throwing a ball and hooking, 2 hands want to come off the ball at the same time. Okay? One hand leaves before the other, ball's going to start to deviate. The little thing about where you put the air in the ball, okay? Actually, there's a small weight on the inside of the ball, okay? It's down. So you want to avoid that. End up, put your hands up at the target. Okay, so if you're throwing to like a lob, your hands are going to end up further up than if you're throwing to the front. Okay. The other thing is, you see some people that will talk about throwing their hands out, which is correct. I think you throw your hands out, and they should be this way, not that way. So you can throw out. So your knuckles can touch each other. Okay. Can I borrow your hat set? Okay. Hooker's keeping his, not looking at his target properly. Put a hat on it. Pull it down over his eyes. He throws in, now he's got to keep his eyes up. Otherwise, you can't see his target. Can't wear one on the sideline, but you can use it to, you know, maybe you could, I don't know, stick on. But that works really well. Just keep them thrown up. Then you start working with the jumper. Now, a lot of times what you'll see is, if I'm throwing to you, can you come out here? We're going to use the water bottle. So, you'll have a jumper there, I'll be here, and I'm throwing you the ball. All right? So, is that really game-like? No, is it? Why isn't it game-like?
Why isn't it game-like? There's no movement, it's not jumping.
He's not moving, right? It's just a straight throw. So what can make it more game-like just between the two of us?
Move back and forth.
You could move back and forth.
Move.
All right. Even before then.
Forward and moving.
What's the key component between me and my jump? What?
Communication.
Yeah, what else?
Timing.
Timing, all right. So this time, when you go down, as far down as you can. All right? Now, I've got to throw as you come up. So when you put your hands up when you start, you stand up again, go through. That's what I've got to throw too. Right? Not with you. So go down. So my communication is when I throw, I've got to get your hands. So that's what we're looking for. Good thing to do is, I practice with my son, you can stand on a chair. I'm not going to do that now, on a deck. Okay?
We had some,
Step ladder.
we had some boxes made.
Boxes, you don't need boxes made, but you can use them
We
if you want.
did, I didn't do
Step
this.
ladder works great. Okay? Just move the guy up step ladder. That way you can, thanks. You can determine, you know, one jumper, there's going to be a different throw to the back. You just move up and down the step ladder to signify that. It's easy. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Yeah?
Do you recommend doing that versus just having two guys boost him and
Well, you may not have to do two.
Right.
What if you're practicing your jumpers aren't there, or your lifters aren't there? Okay, hooker can still practice his throws, even if it's not to somebody who would normally jump. It's just about getting that timing to where he needs to throw the ball. Okay. So now we've got that. We've got these couple of these jumps. We can have kind of sort of. All right, kind of that grey area, because you're looking for speed, and it doesn't really matter if normally on full extension with a set pod and a set pull you'll get up. But if you're looking for speed, if you beat the person, you may not need that ball to be up here. You may just need it to a point where he catches it. You know, if you was to stand up for me, and you're at the front of the line, you're actually a lifter. I'll you the ball there, right? As long as you catch it and we win the ball. A line out is a restart. And you need to look at it as that. No, nothing else, no more. It's a restart. If you have a myriad of calls, probably the worst line outs I ever saw was the British Lions, full of tremendous athletes playing the All Blacks. Their line outs were horrendous. They were so complicated. People coming in, people going out. Useless. Throw it to the open space, beat the person, get up, get the hell out of it. It's a restart. If you have to throw the ball at the person's feet, like the Japanese used to do, fine, you can win the ball. If you don't have tall people to lift, then figure out, well, what am I going to do to win that ball? What can you do? Right? Your lifters are absolutely useless, but I've got a couple of decent jumpers. What am I going to do? What?
Yeah,
Go over the top. So
deep off.
All the way out to the back.
So short line out.
Short line out.
Over the top.
And what do you mean by short line out?
3 man and then 1 guy.
3 man and the guy.
And then the 4th guy jumping it back. Or coming in from the back line.
But you don't have good jumpers.
No, they have good lifters.
Okay. So if you don't have good jumpers, what do you do? Remember, it's just a reason. What?
Play good
Either the
defense.
front person or the like fire person or the person in the
Yeah.
back.
2-man line out. You know? If you don't have any lifters, if you got good jumpers or good athletes, you're trying to create a mismatch in the line out, right? Isn't that what you're trying to do? Win the ball? So in the old days, you'd scour the country looking for somebody who was 7 foot tall. And then you put that guy at the front, whatever, and you just win the ball because nobody can get up there. Nowadays, you can throw skinny people a mile up in the air. And so a lot of those tall people on teams have actually become lifters now. But really, they're jumpers. If I've got a 7 foot tall guy, why do I want to make him a lifter? I just stand him on his own at the front of the line who's throwing the ball all day. I win the ball, right? That's all it is a restart. What you will find happens, and as I'm the forwards coach, is the more people you take away from the line out and put in the backfield, the more the backs coach yells at you because I'm taking away his space. Right? So they'll always say, can you have a full line out? And I'm always saying, I don't want a full line out, I'm just going to win it with 3 people, that's all I've got, go over there. So you've got to talk to them about that. But line out, all it is, restart. To restart, get it in, move your people around, get it the hell out. Now the pattern of your line out is determined by your personnel. And I can tell you stuff that we do, but it's, you know, it's a bit like some of the Jono stuff. You've got to adapt it to what you have. You know, if you don't have some people who could run an alpha pattern, there's no a lot of point trying it. You get those players capable of doing it. This is a typical line-out formation these days. Thrower, lifter, lifter at the back, and then 3 guys there. So they come in, this person might go up there, this person actually now becomes a lifter. And you try and beat them to the ball. Very similar. Or you go to the back. So the first people to the line out, front, set the distance, and these 3 here move like that. He may be a lifter, he may be a jumper, he may be a lifter, doesn't matter.
What's your distance? 10 yards?
Be whatever you wait. I'd go as far back as possible. Right? You want to, because you want to move the opposition up that line as far as possible. Yeah. Now, I've started to muck around with this a little bit because teams do that to us. We'll come in, we'll have about 5 people in the line, they'll come in quickly, they'll just beat us to where we want to go. So what's a good way to defend that? We've had a little success with the referees so far. Okay, they're coming in, right? So I've got my people waiting there. If I set my line up right away, right, I've got my lifter at the front, lifter at the back, and I've got my people X, Y, and Z in the middle, and they move here. So what could I do to these 3 to compete with them? Mirror them. All right, you're not going to come in the line out, I'm not coming in. I'll walk in when you do. So now I know where they're going, so I do, I mirror. Now, they might be quicker in the air because they know exactly where they're going, but it's I've got a better shot at it now than if I was stationary. So that's something you might want to play around with. Okay? A lot of people forget this person at the front. A lot of stuff you can do in a line out with him. You know, the classic is, I'm facing this way, you know, I call you turn quickly, grab it and off you go down the side. And we have a player from this area that we use a lot in that particular instance, TD. You know, very scary person running down and there's a wing, that's all that's left there, right? I would take that every day, especially 10, 15 meters out. Questions on line out? Have any?
Comment.
Go ahead, there's a question up there. Yeah?
Understanding that the line out's one on the ground, not in the air. So you're talking about there's footwork and how quickly you can get up. So doing a lot of work on the speed at which they work. If they had that philosophy that we win it on the ground and we win it in the air, they're just like Paul saying here, beat them quickly to the spot, get up. They're doing a lot of work on that kind of thing, getting them from, you know, a second down to 3/4 of a second to half a second. They understand that. You can ask them where we get beaten, and I'll tell you how we get beaten on the ground. It's a quick spot.
And you know, there's a lot of ways around a line. If you can get to the ball quick, throw it in, off you go. Do you know what the law is? When is a line out actually formed? 2 people. Form the line. Yeah. Where? Okay. This is actually, okay, so the ball goes out here, right? The line out is forming 2 people from both teams enter a 10-meter square from where the ball went. So, what happens if I do that? Quick ball. Could do a quick ball, but there's no line out. Because I don't have anybody in it. You go behind. Yeah, I could grab my people over here. So you've got to be a little creative sometimes. As long as you have a word with the ref, we're not going to send our people right into the line out. And these people, they've got under one person who goes in as quick as he can. They'll run in and they'll go and line. And off we go. And that's a good solution if you've got an absolute crappy thrower. Right? Never let there be a line out, if possible. So you can work around things. You talked about the ground game. So we've got the line out, and now we look at maybe forming a more of it. And there are things you can do, things you can't do, things that a referee may see or may not see. Okay, there's the ref, off you go.
Isn't there a law to failure to form a line?
Failure to form. How long have you got to form it? You're the referee, right? We're already in that grey area. But, sir, okay.
So it has to be a reasonable amount.
But, so they're there, I'm walking up, and I decide I'm going to do something different.
Well, I think if one team's there and ready, then the other team can be there and ready. Basically, so.
You do? But whose line is? Whose turn is it to throw the ball in? Who dictates that?
Whoever kicked it out.
Yeah, so that's my line out, right? Mm-hmm. So I'll dictate when I throw it in.
Yeah, but I'm talking about forming it, not throwing it.
Forming it, yeah, forming it. Same thing. Reasonable amount of time.
But it doesn't matter who kicked it out or made it go out on who forms it.
Well, it's my line out.
You can't have as many people around.
Well, yeah, I'd like to put as many in. It could take a reasonable amount of time to form the line out. What if I don't want to form the line out? I might want to throw the ball straight in.
So
we're already having remember I said, have a word with the ref? Mm-hmm. A lot of refs don't even know that. They know that there's two people from each team. You have to dig around in the law book to find, well, within what distance. I believe it's a 5 meter line either side where the ball went out.
Does the hooker not count as one of the two people on your side, or the thrower?
No,
I mean,
it doesn't count.
Okay.
But we can talk about this forever. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, strategy with this. So you have one guy, so they might have just kind of lollygagged just as they're tired, and they brought 4 or 5 guys up into the line. But I'm on offense, we're on offense, so we just put one in there. And the strategy of the thrower, of our thrower, is to throw it where?
Wherever you've got the advantage. And it's dead right in saying reasonable amount of time, and some referees say, well, come on, form the line out. But you might get away with a few of these.
So if I've got, let me understand, so if I've got my thrower, they come up, set 4 people.
Yeah.
I only got the one person in the back, they match me no matter what.
That's not a line out.
That's what I'm saying, so it's not a line out, so
Yeah.
if I have my 9 back there,
Yeah.
I can go straight back to my 9?
You could.
Oh, because the lineup wasn't forming, it doesn't matter if it doesn't need to go down the through the tunnel, because there is no tunnel.
Yeah.
There's no lineup.
Now, is that fair?
And I can always throw the ball backwards, and so more lineups that form.
So, I mean, that's referees, and I just asked you, because that's because yeah, that's fine. So we've already gone away from the line, we've started this lineup thing, we're already into a discussion of, well, what can you do, what can't you do around the lineup?
But I can't do, what Peter said, I can't do that unless it's quick. I can't.
Yeah, you can, as he said, you can't like spend 2 minutes discussing it, you can't have a huddle, to decide.
No.
That's certainly something that.
That's failure to form the line out.
Yes.
So if
the other team's lined up and
you're all together like this, chatting away, then he'll probably ping you, give you a free kick.
Yeah.
So they talk about, as we know, referees discussion. So if you're not on the referees discussion board, you should get on it. There's a lot of stuff. They really have a lot of really good stuff. But they were having this discussion so that, and they go to the IRB and they ask them questions and feedback on it. So game management for the referee, not a referee that blow his whistle all the time. You don't have to blow your whistle, you can talk to the players. And this is the white side on the front. Alright, boys, knock that off. You're purposely not setting a line out here, I can see that. You're either in or out. You don't get in that grey area which is just back of that 5. You're either in the line out, or I might say, if I see you within the 10, I'm saying you're in the line out.
And that's it.
And no penalty, no. We're going to reset the line out, let's go. Now we know what we're playing.
This is an advanced coaching because you're working the referee. Talk to him. Be nice to him, as Jono said, you know, ask him how his kids are, or his wife. And by the way, sir, we're going to be doing this, is that all right? Yeah, that's all right, good, thanks. And have a little chat and then another thing. So he's on your side. You know, just don't go in and say, we are going to do this. That will, you have to referee off right away. You know what you're looking for. Okay? But if you kind of bring it into the conversation before the game, and we've been working on this, is that okay? Do you see problems with that? He'll let you know. But talk to him.
So I have another question. Does the ball, do I have to be facing the line out when I'm throwing? Is the line out set? Do I have to be facing the line out to throw the ball in?
The hooker?
Yeah, line out set. Right, here's our line out here. There's the mark. Right, I'll walk into our boys. Blue 27. Classic. Do I have to turn around and throw that ball?
No.
Nope.
Absolutely not. So here, as long as it's in straight, line in front. Feet have to be outside.
You have to be outside.
Yeah.
Feet have to be outside. So we can tell the hooker to place the ball. And a yard outside. Front way, just turn, go. 5-10 yards out, very hard stop.
Does the ball have to be thrown?
Yes.
What would be the alternative?
I just thought about that myself.
I think this ball
Can you
throw
throw
in.
it? Can you kick it?
No.
I'm not sure about that actually. How about our ref over there? Are you looking? You're looking. Yeah. So, we have a ref and he's not even sure.
It says throw.
Yeah, throw.
I just say throw. So, there you go. But I wasn't sure, so, and neither was it. So, he thinks it says throw.
Yeah.
So, you know, the patterns of your line out, you muck around with them, 2-man, 3-man, okay? Then you talk about the forming the ball. There's lots of things you can't bring out that you used to be able to from the line out. There's a thing called the negative lift. So, can you come here a second? 1 second. Used to be able to do this, where he was a jumper, he would jump, just jump, and I was there, blocking that. Put negative lift, because now they can't get to him. The refs decided in their wisdom that he had to be fair game for everybody. All right? Which I didn't particularly like, so now we've decided other tricks to deal with this. And the thing that most people are doing now is they're holding him up longer. Okay? You can hold him up there an indefinite time, I think. All right? So you get him up there, everybody comes around, they form them all. Okay? Then as he hits the ground, they're on. It's not a truck and trailer, because the second he hits the ground is when you go. They're not attached afterwards in that grey area of time. So you just hold them up, okay? It would count as a tackle. Not a ruck, there's no maul, one person could take the person out, okay? The best way to do it, I'm not going to hurt you or anything, but coming up, all right? Okay. Is as he's coming down, you want to get low. You want to sack him up here because he's still strong. So you want to grab him probably by the shorts or whatever, all right? And then wrap your leg around him, okay? Normally he'll be facing that way. And I'm here, so I'm going to grab him here, I'm going to put my leg around here, and I'm either going to run my boot right down his shin into his ankle. That tends to make him let go of the ball pretty quick, all right? And then I'm going to basically pull him down. I'm going to pull him backwards. I'm going to pull him down. So it's easy to pull somebody down from here.
So into the tunnel, basically.
You're going to pull him down either into the tunnel or down towards, doesn't really matter. You want him down on the ground so he can't form the maul and the maul can't get over the top. But it's violence. There's no point in going up and going like that. Thanks. And it hurts. You let go of the ball pretty quickly. And so now what they've started to do is they move the ball over one. So I'm up here. As I'm coming down, I place the ball to the person over there, which kind of acts as a block between my sacking and this person. And I think that's another play area. So, yeah?
You draw that up?
Well, I kind of can, I guess. So you've got your line out. You've got a jumper here. Here's your lifters. Okay? Got a lifter here, probably. As he goes up, he's in the air, he's going to pass the ball to this one. So I've handed it off there. Now he now effectively kind of becomes a blocker. Now if I'm opposite him, and I'm the sacker, yes, I'm looking to sack him. He's offloading to him. I probably can't get him. And in a game that's live, what will happen is this number here, like standing next to me, my left or whatever, he'll be caught up in that. Because I'm going to try and sack him, and he'll just go to him, and now we've got two people engaged in the line out, and we can't sack.
Is it off the top?
No.
Yeah, he'll probably come down. His feet will be about here.
Okay.
He'll do that.
Okay.
Okay. At the top level, just a word about lifting, all right? Okay, now, drop your head. Yeah, now look over your eyebrows. You don't want his head all the way back looking, because that's dangerous. So you want to just bring your head down a little bit more, and look over your eyebrows. So can you just about see me? Not bad. That's not a bad profile. Shoulders, hold shoulders together. Okay. So you've got a weight. Here we're lifting, right? You have a weight back here. That's the position. Good, thanks. Back at the winger. Easy position, right? Get straight down into that. Generally what happens is you'll find your players will bend their knees first. And then they'll end up sitting. But if you bend at the waist first and do your knees last, it brings you right down. So that's the first thing. Then you want all three of them across. Get a, we don't have one here, but a broom handle. Stick it across their shoulders, just as though they're doing a squat, gets them in the right position. Longer broom handle, stick it across all three of them in the front row, gets them down. Okay. Hooker, we were talking about the handbrake. Does everybody know what I'm talking about when I say the handbrake? And we talking about handbrake?
No, no.
Okay. So the hooker should be able to hold the entire scrum up on his own. Okay. I don't know if we have anybody who's strong enough to do this, but let's say I think. Come on now. Give me a couple of other people just to play cross. Yeah. 1, 2. Somebody who doesn't normally play cross.
Ian, you did a pretty good job.
Yeah, we have the ref do it. Always wanted to put a ref in the front row. No, bring him over here. We'll use you as a lock, okay? Okay, so first of all, who binds on first? Does the hooker bind on to the prop? Prop binds on to the hooker. Who binds on first? Prop. Prop binds on to who?
Onto the...
Which prop?
The underneath prop.
The underneath prop. Alright, does he? Always? Does it have to be in? Okay. Alright, so we've got the looser prop, binding under, okay? Other prop, where are you going to bind? You want to bind under too? Or could you bind higher? Who's the front row player here? No, you are, right? You're hooker. You're a hooker, right? Oh, you're a scrum half. Why haven't I been listening to you about line out there? Alright, so do we have any hookers here?
I'll play hooker.
You play hooker?
Yeah.
Alright, so as a hooker, where do you prefer them to have their binds? One up, one down? Or both down?
It depends actually on the size of your props. Is what's made it different. We've got shorter props. So yeah, it's kind of depending on the prop size.
Okay.
If they're, you've got one big, one short, it just depends what you're playing.
I don't like to be blocked when I'm striking. I like to go.
Right.
Move
You
around.
want to be, that's the one thing that we try to
One
do.
up, one down.
Well, another thing is that just with your feet, like one thing that you oftentimes see with high schoolers is that many of the coaches will say, okay, let's just do this, and they come like this, and their hips are identical. Where really we want, what I try to do is I try to say, okay, I want my feet to be around the middle of their foot, okay? Because what we want is we want him to be free to wiggle. Whether it's our scrum, he's going to strike this way, or he wants to be able to reach with this foot attacking when the ball goes in on the opposing.
So
That's
then
what we want with it.
That's right. So that's what we're talking about the handbrake. Okay. So what I'd like you to do this time, okay, is I want you to bind, as we did before, but you're going to go the other way. But I want you to come in on a 90-degree angle from it. So I want you to start like this. Okay. start like that.
So who do you want going low and who high? And that.
Well, you may have to strike in that way, obviously. Okay, so what does this do?
Tightens your binder.
Yeah, because now when you straighten up, you're really tight.
Can I ask a question?
Okay, one second. So turn around. Okay, so we can see this. Now, face down. We've got the bind. Yeah, I've got the bind. We need to do this in 3D. Okay, we've got the bind. Now, hooker is going to put his, whichever leg, doesn't really matter, because out as far as he can. All right? As far as you can. Right, now bind in. Now get the body profile you're working for. Yeah, bind it on. There you go. Now down. Down. Okay, foot back. Get nice and balanced. You've never done this before.
No, absolutely not.
Does he feel comfy? Because look where his hands are. No, you can't do that, right? So coming up. Coming up. So binding is really important when you teach these kids or adults. So I'm going to show you an easier way of one. So this time, face me, and we're going to bind you up. So this time, I want you to bind in the middle of their shoulders. You're not even going to grab them. Don't grab them. You're just going to go like this. Flex. Strong. In here. Okay, right in there. A little lower. Middle of his back. All right. Okay. Now you two go down. You go down. You comfy like that? Look, a bit more comfortable like that than you would kind of like this, right? Now this leg, see, you can't see when I turn, I want this out. So all your pressure is on this leg like that. Right, so turn around. Face them that way. Okay. Now you two, once he's got that leg out, you're going to start moving your feet further and further back. All right, up you go. Get that leg out. Get all the pressure on it, not straight. You're going to bend it, bend it. Bend it. Put your weight on it. Get all your weight on it. You're going to carry these two.
Okay.
All right? Okay, now stay there. So they're going to keep you moving their feet further back.
Okay.
All right, you've got them, right?
Don't push me.
Don't push him, you got him. All right. Okay. So, see how his chest is up? His chest wants to be out here. But what he's doing, basically, effectively, is letting them get back. So when you bring this foot backwards, this is diabolical. Everything's going to come forward. So go. All right. Now everybody behind you is doing exactly the same, including number 8. So when you bring your foot back in this handbrake position, he does the same. Everything but shunting forward, inertia, and that's what you want. And that's done on the sit, or earlier if you can get away with it. Right?
Yeah.
Crouch, touch, lock.
Oh, you got a question?
Yeah. So you're a prop, right? Remember what I said at the beginning?
I'm a center.
No, go ahead.
No, I had a prominent coach tell me I'm born here, and I disagree with what you're doing. Here, they're telling me that they teach their kids. I teach mine to be back behind the shoulders when my hooker runs.
Okay.
Free range. I feel you're tighter this way. They're telling me pop the shoulder here. I think it's exposing the shoulder, and it doesn't.
If you were playing a good team, I'd be right through there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's got to be here.
Yeah,
Also, if it's your throwing or not.
it does. It also depends on look at this
I'm
body.
not going to teach my kid to stop.
The different heights of these people. All right. It's really important nowadays. You'll find my son's a hooker and he's 6'2". Right. Now if his props are shorter than him, he's actually not so bad. If you've got a short hooker and big props, which the US has picked for the last 2 years, to my chagrin, it's like, well, what the hell are you doing? You know, it's really uncomfortable for a prop, actually, to have a really short hooker because of their binds. I mean, you play hooker, right?
I play, yeah.
Yeah, so if you've got 2 whacking grade props up there, it's like, what the hell do I go, you know?
It was always good when scrum was going down. Now they have 2 big monsters.
That's right. And that's why they started, Mick Brown, the All Blacks coach, started this thing, well, you don't need to grab, it's the tension in your arm.
Yeah, that's where the strength comes in.
So, kind of like we were talking about yesterday, when you go into the ruck, this is weak. But this, you know, this is strong. This is a strong position. So that's all you're doing. You're blinding like this.
So
that's why you'll see them blind. They'll blind loose, and then they tighten up.
That's right.
My question was, though, was popping the shoulder. You don't really want the shoulder pop back behind.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't pop the shoulder. So with the bind, okay, for the locks, okay, if I'm a lock, I don't want to inhibit this prop. So I don't want to come up here and do any of this stuff. All right? None of that. Pocket, sometimes used to be good. It would come around and bind into the pocket like that. Okay? Don't even need that. This is all you need. All right? You can sit down. I'm locked in here, and I got it. That's all we need. All right? Same thing for the flankers. They're in exactly the same position. Thank you, guys. They're in exactly the same position as the front row. Everybody's in the same body position. So you used to see a flanker on one knee, and you'd be like this. Nowadays, it's exactly the same profile. Both feet back, spine in line, head up, and he's pushing in on that part. All right? If the referee not too clued in, you can do a double blind on the prop. And by that I mean you can get the flanker to get another arm in under the prop. But that's only if the ref's work. And if your prop's having a hard time, you can ask flankers. Schoolboy level, you can't double bang. Well, that means you can't have like a double number 8.